Hey there. So, are you using social media in your real estate business? Yes. Are you using social media in your real estate business? The reason I ask is because for a good chunk of my real estate career, I did not use social media. And I'm literally kicking myself. I am kicking myself because there are, really so much lost opportunity by not using social media that I am here to share with you today. Really, some ways that social media can propel your business forward. It can be working for you while you are sleeping. So this video today is, if you're not using social media, that's not a problem. But today, go ahead and get started. Really go ahead and get started. And let's hop into some of the ways that social media can help your business and some of the platforms that I have found most useful in really building and scaling my business the modern way. And let's hop into it right now. Mariah Koehle here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I'm a licensed and active luxury real estate agent, both here in Utah and in California. And this channel is literally everything you need to know about building and scaling your business the modern way by leveraging the power of social media. If that's of interest to you, consider subscribing down below and make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you are notified every week I drop a new video. I hear from real estate agents like you all the time who are really looking to take their business to the next level, looking to build and scale the modern way, and I absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about building, scaling the modern way, feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, and it would be my absolute pleasure to chat with you. So like I said, the first part of really my real estate career, I didn't know what I didn't know, and I didn't realize how powerful social media was. In fact, I'm even embarrassed to say this, but my husband set up my Facebook account years ago, and I remember telling him like, "Oh, sweetheart, I'm just not really into social media. It's just not really my thing, and I'm not on there, and I'm not really planning on being on there." And he was like, "No, sweetheart, like I think like this is actually going to be a really good thing, and I really think this is going to help your business." And I was kind of like, "Okay, all right, whatever." I'll let him set up my Facebook account. So he set up my Facebook account, and I really did nothing with it for a very long time. Yes, nothing. I relied heavily on my sphere of influence. I relied heavily on my neighborhood events. All of those things were really good and they generated business. However, those were things that I constantly needed to stay on top of. Yes, social media, you need to stay on top of it, but that social media is working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So there are posts that you might make that people might see in a week, 2 weeks, a month, 6 months from now. And all of a sudden they are like, "Oh, hey, I remember seeing that video that you posted on whatever it was." Or, "Hey, do you remember that time that you posted that reel?" Or, "Hey," whatever it was, they are going to remember those things. And most of that content is going to be evergreen, which means it lasts. It lasts and lasts and lasts. So while you're driving carpool, while you're, playing pickleball with your kids, while you're at the soccer game, that social media is working for you. So you might not be door knocking that day, or you might not be cold calling that day, but you are, really your business you continue to market and you continue to brand yourself because of the influence of social media. One of my favorite things about social media is the wide range, the net that you are able to cast, and the audience you are able to reach is so much farther than if you were to stay right within your, really in a small little neighborhood, a small area. You are able to cast a much wider net of potential clients. And really, I know when originally I was born and raised in California. My husband and I ended up taking jobs down in Southern California. We were down in Southern California. That's where I originally started building my business. And then during COVID, we decided we were going to move here to Utah. When we moved to Utah, I didn't know a single person in the city that we were living in. And I remember thinking like, this is going to be really interesting. Like, I wonder how I'm going to generate my business. I wonder how I'm going to restart everything. And I remember one of my neighbors back in California, they had started their business all based on social media. And I remember thinking like, if they can sell the product they're selling, I bet it works for real estate too. And shortly after I got my real estate license here in Utah, I just started posting different homes. I started, really, I developed, this is how Mariah K Homes ended up coming about. If you look on Instagram and you look under Mariah K Homes, you will see the page that I created a couple of years ago. And it simply started with me, homes that I found inspiration from and different things. And I started tagging different locations and tagging different people and builders and architects and designers. And then I started having people reach out and they would go, "Oh, I love that house. Like, where can I find something similar?" Or they would say, "Hey, I see that you are here on social media. I see that you sell luxury properties here in Utah. I've got a home that I want to sell." And that is how it all ends up happening. So that net you are able to cast with social media is so much broader than just your local market. And the more eyes that you have on your social media, like I said, the wider net you can cast and the more possibilities that you have for business. The same thing goes, I know, for this platform here on YouTube. A lot of the videos that you will shoot here on YouTube will be, like I said, evergreen. They will last for a very long time. We know that the YouTube search engine next to Google is the next biggest one. So if you are able to, I always say, pick a platform that you feel comfortable in. I started with Instagram and then I branched out to TikTok. And then after TikTok, I branched out to YouTube. And then and I just keep, kind of, I'm not on all the platforms, but I am on several of the platforms. And there's some platforms that I post very consistently, in fact, daily or twice a day. There are some platforms that I might post once a week or once a month, right? So pick a platform. I always say, double down on it, be very consistent with it, keep showing up, even if you don't see anything happen for a month or even 2 months or even 3 months, right? The algorithm needs to get used to you being on it, but that net that you are going to be able to cast will really be a game changer. The next thing I wanted to talk about with social media is you are able, not only are you casting that wide net, but for your marketing and branding, it is a big one. When you are showing up constantly, day after day, week after week, month after month, people are going to get an idea of what it would be like to work with you. What would it be like working with Mariah? What would it be like working with her team? Well, you know what? I've seen her on this platform and this is what she's doing. And I'm seeing her this and this is what she's doing. So really it gives them a snapshot. So now when I have clients reach out to me, especially, on different platforms, they're like, "I already know you're a mom of four. You've got 4 kids. I know you played soccer in college. I know you grew up in California. I know that you live in Utah." So they already know all these things. And I've had clients that have reached out that said, "You shoot videos of places where I want to live. You shoot videos in places where you used to live that I am currently living. And now I want to move to where you are living." I mean, like, literally, you will have some raving fans because they're able to make that connection with you just simply from this platform and the way you have shown up and the way you market yourself and the way you are branding. So, like I said, that net that you're going to be able to cast is going to be much broader. Before I mentioned, pick your platform. Yes, pick your platform, go all in on it, and keep showing up. The consistency is the biggest piece that many people miss out on because they'll say, "Oh, Mariah, I did this for a week, I did it for a month, I did it for 2 months, and I posted a couple times here and a couple times here and a couple times here, and nothing happened." I'm telling you, nothing probably will happen if you don't consistently show up. So, consistency is a huge thing. And then once you're consistently showing up, really localize, like hyper focus on whatever area that you are on, and continue putting those tags on there, continue putting those hashtags, continue, doing research and showing up in that hyper localized market and area, because the more you do that, the more people are going to see you as the local expert. And they're going to say, "Oh, yeah, that's that real estate agent that's in Salt Lake City. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've seen her. Oh, yeah, she's done a lot of home tours," which actually leads me into my next one. If you are showing up on social media, continue using trending, whatever the trending thing is. So it might be trending audio. If you are on Instagram, use the trending audios, because you know what's going to happen if you're using trending audios, it is going to push your content out to, a larger audience. Same thing if, on YouTube, same thing on TikTok. Use the trending audios, use the trending sounds, use what is trending. So if there are certain topics that people are talking about, hot topics that people are talking about, use those as talking points, because that content again will get pushed out to more people. More people see it. It just is going to create a larger audience for you, which simply goes along with lead conversion. Yes, lead conversion. If you are showing up on social media consistently, like I said, you are going to be branding yourself as the local expert. And that lead conversion, you are going to start having people, like I said before, you are going to have people coming to you saying, I want to work with you. You are the real estate agent that I want to work with. I have had people that have watched my YouTube videos on my other channel of living in Salt Lake City, Utah with Mariah K. Homes. And people will, I get emails, I get texts, I get phone calls, and people will say, hey, I've been watching your videos for 6 months. Hey, I've been watching your videos for a year. I see what you're doing. When we move to Utah, you are the real estate agent we want to work with. These are the kind of people that you want to work with because they want to work with you and they are going to be committed. They are not shopping around for a bunch of other agents. So that lead conversion that you will get on social media will be so much higher than if you're maybe door knocking or cold calling or whatever, because they already know you, they already like you, they already want to work with you. So hopefully this gives you an idea of, really just some ideas for social media. And if you're not on social media, it's not too late to get started. Honestly, I remember thinking, like, when I finally committed myself to getting on social media, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I'm way too late. Like, I'm too old, I'm too late. I all these different things. I had a million excuses, and it simply was just fear that was holding me back. But once I showed up and once I got consistent and I picked that platform, I doubled down on it. And once I got that one going, I was able to start another one later on. And then I was able to start another one, and it just kind of snowballs. But pick your platform, go all in. You will be surprised at that net you will be able to cast, that audience that you will be able to really draw yourself to, that lead conversion. You will have people that will be reaching out to you. They want to work with you, and they want to work with you only. And that is what I want for you. So if you are looking to build and scale your business the modern way by leveraging the power of social media, please feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I hear from real estate agents like you all the time, and I absolutely love it. Take care, and wishing you a wonderful day, cheering you on. You got this. And like I said, it's never too late to get on social media. Just start today. You'll be high-fiving yourself in a year from now. I promise you that. Take care. Bye.
That you showed up was written